doing sit-ups. I've been doing chin-ups. I've been doing pull-ups. I threw up once, but I'm okay now.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the YSN Power Hour Super Show here as we start week one of the football season. Oh, we got the bands all here, boys. Hang on. Let me get the names upright so everybody is introduced to the world. We got the studio, which consists of Siggy on the far side of the DJ lounge over there. Then we got Anthony Malone. We got Richie Giuliano as typical. Myself, DJ Yoakley. Jamie Thompson joins us in the middle. We got Romo over on the far right side. We got Mikey Janaki down at the bottom. And Mikey Ackelson on the far bottom. Sorry, Richie. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little excited.
Blow my ears out.
Well, that's better than some other things. Let's get started right away. Because what a night we had last night. And with all, I don't want to say the recap, but what was the night like back here at HQ there, Miguel Ackelson?
It was actually fun to watch. We got things rolling and we were kind of just a little bit off, but we were getting the ambience of the night going with the games and everything. But we were kind of shocked by some of the games last night. We thought there'd be higher scores in some of them. We thought there'd be tighter contests in a few of them. And I think at the end, the one that shocked me the most was not that Cheney beat Poland, but it's the way they beat Poland.
Yeah.
If somebody had told me they would only have 2 points, I'd been like, you're crazy.
Yeah, and we got, you're over there calling the game. So,
Yeah.
what was it like for you there?
It was just so surprising to see how, exactly like you said, so focused on Cheney's defense, just were so dominant. Poland couldn't get any offense going. And then from a Cheney perspective, it didn't matter who was carrying the ball. They didn't even put Hewlett back there to run the ball, and they still had 4 rushing touchdowns. So it was a very dominant performance by Cheney.
The other one I thought was really interesting last night was that Brookfield-Ursuline game, and the guy that called that, Romo, what was it like live and in person?
That was a lot of fun, that's for sure. Ursuline has such a high-powered offensive attack. They replaced their 3-headed monster last year in Brady Shannon, Dean Boyd, DeMarcus McElroy, and it's kind of a next man up type of thing there at Ursuline. It seems like every year, once one guy graduates, we get introduced to a new stud. And I think that guy we got introduced to last night was Jack Erickson. Some of you know him if you watched last year. He started at safety for the Irish in their state title game run. He got moved to quarterback this year. We didn't know going in if it was going to be him or DC Farrell. Erickson got the nod at QB, and he performed well. And DC Farrell, he's only a sophomore, which is crazy. But when that guy gets the ball in the open field, watch out. He can do a lot of things with the ball, and it's just a well-oiled attack for us. And they got a great line. They have great skill guys. Their defense played phenomenal last night. I'm sure Coach Reardon was most proudest of how his defense played last night, considering how they came out last year against Bishop Hartley, giving up 58 points.
Funny and interesting stat about Jack Erickson. He played baseball at Boardman for the Little League and hit a home run on YSN when we traveled out to Canton to do it. So very cool stuff to see him still excelling no matter where he's at. It's exciting to watch. All right, so let's set the table for how this works. If you've never seen a YSN Super Show during football season, it's a lot about picks. It's a lot about making fun of each other. It's a lot about just talking about these games that are about to happen. With so many games happening, 10 games in the can from last night, there's 23 games to choose from today, gentlemen. 23 games, and the world is watching. Everybody wants to know who we're picking, and why. So without further ado, we look at the games being played here tonight, and we start with Beaver Local at Indian Valley, and I'm going to lean on someone who might know a thing or two about the Beavs, Mr. Chris Zigler. Not to be confused with Josh Zigler, the athletic director.
Beavers, a lot of expectations this year, a lot of talent coming back. Austin Klein, the quarterback, a lot of talk around him, only a junior. You got Caleb White in the backfield, the stud track athlete that give him some space. There's nobody going to catch him. A couple things they got to replace this year. They did lose some skill positions as well. That, they lost Joe Mont, who led him in rushing last year. Blissenbach and Jackson combined for 1,000 yards receiving. So Klein's going to have to find some other weapons on the outside. They have young talent out there, plenty of sophomores that can contribute this year. Line play may be a concern. That was noted in the scrimmages this year, and they lost quite a bit of line play. So last year they hosted Indian Valley, and they were up 14-0 right off the get-go. And some crazy things happened in that game on special teams, turnovers, and it just avalanched on them quickly, and they couldn't overcome it. This year, they make the long trip down to Gannett Hutton to face that Indian Valley team, who's very good.
Gowada who?
Yeah. Spell that for me.
Gannett going to happen.
Right. And expectations are high in Beaver Country. I'm looking for them to go down there and get the dub.
All right. So that's who you're picking?
Yep, that's right.
The Beavs. So Siggy goes Beavs. Let's go Malone. Who you got?
Yeah, I think it's going to be. My expectations for Beaver Local as well are very high. I think they're the winner of this, but I think what it's going to come down to is discipline. That first week one. Last night all I saw were fumbles frequently, a lot of false starts. That's what's going to do the Beaver Local in if they're going down to Indian Valley this time around. But I still believe they'll come away with the victory.
The dub. All right. Richie?
Yeah, I'll take Beaver Local as well. And talking to Michael McKenzie here at studio, when we had everybody here on that Friday night, he said the first two games are going to be the biggest games of the season for Beaver Local because they got Indian Valley and then the Quakers. And then you have Minerva and East Liverpool, which are winnable games after that. So if they could set the tone early and often in the season, they're going to be off to a good start.
I'm just going to put it out there, gentlemen. I am a Beaver believer. Go Beavs. Jamie, who do you have? Oh, I don't know if you're muted. I can't hear you. Where'd Jamie go? We're not doing this again, are we?
Somebody pretend to be Jamie.
Your audio is dead, James.
Is he throwing in Groucho Marx here?
Romo, who you got?
Well, I'll say this about Beaver Local. When our power rankings dropped yesterday, not a lot of people were believing in the Beavs. You could have took a boat paddle and stirred that pot up with the Beavs in the power rankings. But I think that they're one of those teams that if you're a high school football fan, you love to watch. High-powered offense. They're going to run it up and down the field on you. I'm going to take Beaver Local tonight.
The mighty Beavers. Mikey Janaki, what do you got?
I was going to take Beaver Local, but I think the long trip down to Indian Valley, they're going to look for payback because Indian Valley did beat them last year, but I'm going to take Indian Valley.
Oh!
A lot of hype surrounding Beaver Local this year. We'll see if they can get it done tonight, but as for now, I'm going to take Indian Valley.
All right. Mikey Ackelson, who do you have?
I'm going with the Beavers, man. I think they're going to go down. The hype is there. Everything's about it. Last Friday when I got to talk to Michael McKenzie, I said, "Hey, give me the details. I want to know what and he's always been pretty honest about it. And I just think they have a lot of people returning. They have this season penciled in that it has to be a big year for the Beavers. So leave it to Beav. That's where we're going.
All right, let's try this again. Jamie, come on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. All right.
There we go. Hey, just, preseason hiccup right there. That's all.
All right, man. We're used to it.
I don't even know where Gannett Hooken's at, so I'm going with Beaver Local.
So you're going Beavers?
No doubt. Beaver Local.
Attaboy. All right. With the second game, we're going to start rolling through some of these for sure. We are going to go Boardman versus Cardinal Mooney being played at Mineral Ridge. Obviously, it's a home game for Mooney. That's where they're playing their home games this year. Let's go reverse course. Jamie, who you got in this one?
I'm going with Boardman.
Okay. Mikey, Janaki.
I like Boardman, new coach and DJ Doda, and I think Boardman's going to get the win.
Mikey Ackelson.
All Spartans.
Wow. Okay, Romo.
I hope Mooney can start to turn it around this season after a very tough 1-9 year last year. But I think that Boardman has them outnumbered. They're going to have more depth, and that's going to help them will to victory tonight.
I'm going to agree with you wholeheartedly. You took the words right out of my mouth. The depth is all what it comes down to in week 1 for me, and Boardman has it, and Mooney's still working on it. So I'm going to go with the Spartans here. Richard.
I'm going to take Boardman as well.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, I think I'm going back to Boardman. For Mooney, I'm just the experience is what they need, and that's what they're lacking right now. So I think it's going to play dividends for Boardman in Mineral Ridge tonight.
Spartans.
Let's go to Radar, who writes us a novel. Hi, gents. This is Radar. On the Thursday Pick'em games last night, I went 8-2. My pick of Beaver Local at Indian Valley. Beaver Local goes down to Indian Valley to return to Beaver Local a winner. Beaver Local is not a place, Radar, but they're actually East Liverpool. Beaver Local 30, Indian Valley 20. And then he goes on to say, my pick is Boardman versus Cardinal Mooney. Played at Mineral Ridge. Give the edge to Boardman 17-14. He's giving scores, baby. He's giving scores. Jason Johnson says Cardinal Mooney. So I love seeing this. That was a sweep, was it not?
Yeah.
Across for us. Jason's the first one to pick Cardinal Mooney. So he's rooting for the Cards here tonight. All right, we move on to the third game. We go Canfield at West Branch, and we've got a little bit to talk about this one. We got the Canfield announcer and the West Branch announcer. Let's talk about it. Janaki, what do you know about this game?
Well, I think it's going to be a good game. I mean, not a lot of people are giving West Branch a chance. Obviously, you lose Nick Wilson and Steve Amar, two really big pieces from last season. But this is going to be a quarterback matchup, I think, for the ages. Drew DeShields, the Eastern Illinois commit, going up against Brock Lowry, the Indiana commit. It doesn't get better than that.
All right, the other side, Canfield. Tell us something, Richie.
Yeah, well, first off, the Cardinals lose a lot from last year. They lose all 3 of their linebackers, which were their leading tackles, and Drew Carosi. You lose Michael Crawford, who was your star running back last year as well. And then you lose Toby Smith, who was also a halfback, a fullback, and a linebacker. So you lose a linebacking core, which is going to be pretty big, but you also return Brock Lowry, who's a difference maker out there on the field. And they also have Ryan Schneider, a guy who played a little bit of tailback last year, who's going to get a lot of touches. And they've got some young receivers coming up and some taller guys at tight end that might lead the way early and often in the season. So I think the Cardinals, well coached by Mike Pavlancy, are going to be prepared for week number 1.
I like it. All right, Siggy, start us off. You taking the Branch or you taking the Cards?
Wife teaches in Canfield. Go Cards.
Well played. Well played. Well, you got to vote for 10 weeks with Zigler, Canfield. Anthony Malone, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm going Canfield. For me, I think that they have the experience in the right places that are returning for this to work out pretty well for them. So I'm going to stick with Canfield.
Richard, I'm just going to guess you're going to go with Canfield. Yeah. I'm going to go with I'm going with Canfield.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I probably would have gone West Branch had I not seen the South Range West Branch scrimmage. Not that I'm putting a ton of stock in it. I just saw more than I needed to see from a standpoint. Drew is going to be anytime you got Drew DeShields, you have a chance. But at the end of the day, I think Canfield has the experience. And again, I think they have the depth to get it done again. So another point for depth. Roma, what do you have?
I'm going to take Canfield on this one. I think that everyone's going to have Canfield circled on their schedule now that they have a Big Ten quarterback commit and Brock Lowry. Everyone's going to be trying to play their best game against the Cards, but I think that Lowry's going to will them the victory tonight.
All right, so just so we're on the same page, Amo is not picking West Branch for the first time in history. I mean, if you ask Amo who's going to win between the White Sox and the Guardians, he said West Branch. So congratulations, Amo. You are no longer welcome over at the Branch, I heard. Just breaking news. It's just straight off the printer here. Mikey Ackelson, what do you got?
Well, you got to look at it this way. Yes, Brock Lowry. Yes, they've got Snyder back, but boy, they have some players at Canfield waiting in the wings. While all that said, DeShields, he's going to be the guy that stirs the drink for everything of West Branch. but I think Canfield is on a mission this season. Pencil this one into Cardinal Town.
All right, Jamie Thompson.
I'm talking with one of my buddies on the Canfield coaching staff leading into this build up to week 1. You know, he showed nothing but respect for West Branch, right? I think this is going to be a hard fought 4-quarter battle. No team is expecting to just waltz in and trounce the other one. But in the end, give me the Cardinals.
Mikey?
I got to go with the Branch. I can't let my guy Drew DeShields down.
Oh boy, if you didn't, we'd be in trouble because you're the homer guy for West Branch. That would be big time trouble for us. Let's see what Radar says. He says, my next pick is Canfield or West Branch. Radar, just put the bottom. Pick my pick is Canfield over West Branch. That's all you need to do. 35-28, another close game. All right, on to the next one. We go to Cardinal at Garfield. Guys, I'm just going to lay it on the line for you. I don't know a hell of a lot about Cardinal. I'm going to go Garfield all day because at least I know about Nermal and all the Abu Dhabi stuff and that the Garrettsville Garfield is going to come through in clutch and once again reign supreme. So I'm taking them.
Yeah, I got Garfield as well.
Yeah, same thing. Garfield for me.
Give me the G-Men.
Roma,
Garfield.
Mikey.
I'll take Garfield as well.
G-Men.
Oh, both of you take it. All right, I got it. I mean, we got to go Mike A or Mike G. So we're gonna have to do that. It's gonna be like kindergarten all over again. Jamie Thompson.
I got Garfield.
Sweep. Well, we'll see if Radar is gonna help us with the sweep here. He's in the middle of his next novel,
You didn't give him a
bestseller.
time for the next chapter.
Well spoken.
What'd you say?
I said well spoken.
He was very well spoken.
Yeah.
I am disappointed though, Mike, because we kept hearing all this season about Radar showing up. Radar's not coming tonight. I got the memo.
Me?
I swear to you, he's not coming tonight.
You know what? He's banned. That's a 3-week suspension.
Shunned. But he does go with Garrettsville Garfield, 40-0.
Wow.
He goes Blankski. And Kristen wants to know who Radar picks. That's who he picks. Mardell picks Garfield as well. They are sweeping the nation. The G-Men. All right, on to the next one. We go Columbiana at Lowellville. Joe Eusebio and Eric Hoptonsies on the call for this one here for YSN. Mikey, you got some Columbiana blood in you. Are you going to go with the Clippers or are you going to lean towards Vinny Balone and the Rockets?
Well, you know, my heart says Columbiana, my brain says Lowellville, but I'm going to have to go with the heart here, and I'll pick the Clippers in an upset.
He just swerved the first swerve of the year.
Very smooth.
Mikey Janaka. All right, Thompson, what do you got?
I'm going to have to go against Mikey here. I think Lowellville is going to be one of the premier teams in the Valley this year, fighting for one of our spots in the top 10. I mean, Vinny Balone, what can you say about that kid? An absolute weapon of an athlete. Give me the Rockets.
All right, Ackelson.
Trains are rolling through Lowellville tonight. Vinny Balone and company, they got things started. And don't forget, if you're going to Lowellville, go to the Rocket Cafe. Best wedding soup you'll ever get at a football game. I'm serious.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah, I love wedding soup.
You're not married.
During the game, though?
It's all right. It's
When
great.
it's 85 degrees?
I'll eat chili in 100-degree weather. It don't matter.
As long as you don't have to go in the porta potty in that weather, you'll be all right too.
I guess that's true. It'd be a little stinky, huh?
Oh, not good. I'll tell you that. Not good. If they're serving chili on an 85-degree day, you got problems in that porta potty. Romo, what do you got?
I'll take Lowellville.
All right, I'm going to go Lowellville as well.
What's worse, chili or beans before a game?
Well, I mean, a good
does
chili
it have
has
beans in it?
beans in it, right?
Yeah.
All the time at Eastwood.
Chili
They
or
serve us
beans?
grilled
Well,
chicken
and that's
beans.
why the YSN suite smells like it does.
This guy will annihilate some baked beans before a Scrappers game.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Full plate.
You're unbelievable. You know that?
All right, I'm going Lowellville.
Yeah, you're going something.
This one hurts. Of course, both Mardell from Columbiana as well as Mikey from Columbiana both pick Clippers. But if this pick'em is the sheet of integrity, then I am going to go Lowellville.
Oh,
And I would be glad to see what Columbiana does. They pull off the victory. They're more than welcome to let me know that they won. Send me all the messages you want. You deserve it. But I'm going Lowellville.
let them hear about it. Give me a night off. Let Malone hear about it. He graduated from Columbiana. Let's go, Beaver Local.
Columbiana, new quarterback, Joe Guido, under center right now. Forget about it.
You like it?
Louisville.
Oh,
Dirty.
Guido and the forget about it.
that was dirty, man.
That was good.
That was on the red couch.
Yeah. Too
Wow.
much offense in Rocket Country this year.
Oh, all right. What's our boy say? The next pick for Columbiana Louisville, Vinny Balone will make enough big plays to beat Columbiana 35-20. I like that he's doing the
points.
score.
Good spread.
Amo says Rockets. Okay. On to the next game. East and Hubbard. Well, Jamie, tell us about it, please.
Watching the film from both of these team scrimmages leading up, I truly believe this one's going to be a defensive battle, right? Neither offense really looked good throughout the preseason, but what I did see was a couple key players on that Youngstown East defense absolutely flying around to the football. Number one being Akese Waller, linebacker number 6. I mean, this kid has a knack for the football, and he is going to finish every single play. He's always got his head in there, and I really think he's an outstanding player. Another one on that defensive side for East. I couldn't find his name because I don't have the roster yet, but he was wearing number 19 in the scrimmage. If you run the football his way, he's going to make a play. You got to double team him or run it away from him. Kid is an absolute beast. For Hubbard, defensively, it's really going to be their strong suit. I mean, losing T.C. Caffey and Landon Bates, that's a lot to replace on the offensive side. But they're going to have to lean on Ben Wilcox to get kind of a Cappy size, carries, right? He's going to have to carry it maybe 40, 50 times a game if he wants to lead the Eagles to the promised land.
Mardell already jumps on and says East. We know, Jamie, you're going Hubbard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going Hubbard. And like I said, I think it's going to be a defensive battle, but I wouldn't put that much stock in East right now. The Eagles, hey, come on.
Kristen's flying with the Eagles as well. Mikey Janaki, who do you have?
I'll take Hubbard in a low-scoring defensive battle.
Oh, I like it. We're getting a little in-depth here. I mean, listen, we got to get a mile deep now. Last year, we were a mile wide and an inch deep, and now we're flipping it around this year. I like it. Mike Ackelson.
Well, this is when you get to find out who's ready to step up, who's ready to fly, or is it going to be a bear type of game? But my mind says Hubbard pulls this one out. I'll even give you a score on this one. 17-13.
Oh, another close one. Romo?
East, I mean, they won the last game in this series. No, none of the Hubbard kids are on that team anymore. They've all graduated since. But that was Jamie's senior night, by the way. That was his senior night. Just letting everyone know.
He had to bring that up,
But no, I think Hubbard's going to come out on the home turf at Memorial Stadium. I think that they're going to find a way.
Okay, so in that year, they beat
Canfield
and they beat
Poland.
Did they beat East Palestine? Just say it.
East was missing all.
They didn't play.
20 guys.
They didn't play. they didn't play that year. So, or ever. I'm pretty sure. But listen. I'll take it when I can.
Scrimmaged once.
Scrimmage. Yep. 7-on-7 maybe. They cross paths. John Caberna says Hubbard 35-7. I'm going to go Hubbard as well. East is on the right track, but that track is not running through Hubbard tonight. Let's go to Richard.
I'll take Hubbard.
I'm taking Hubbard as well, but I'm going under 35.
Combined? Okay.
I think we got a quick preview last year in that South Range game. What happens without T.C. Caffey because they took him completely out of the game.
That's a completely different team.
No. I know that, but the offense.
Two completely different teams.
I know.
South Range is not Dominguez anymore, but
he's got the yellow cord.
It's regardless of what. I'm just talking about the Hubbard offense. That's all. Regardless of the defense they're playing, I think the pedigree though is going to get Hubbard the victory. Too much pedigree there. They know how to win. Take Hubbard.
EB throwing it down. He says, until Jamie uses the props, his picks don't count. Were you making a list right there? Were you the list of Jamie Thompson?
I was going to write his name down right there. If he would have picked East, it was going to be in big, bold letters, circle it, underline it. I was going to print out a picture of his face and post it in the Hubbard locker room.
You know what happens, Chris Zigler, when you try to swerve people? You know what happens when you pick against Hubbard? You just made the list. All right, so a clean sweep for the birds of prey, so to speak. All right, let's go to our next game, East Liverpool, Minerva. Siggy, tell us all about it.
This is going to be an interesting game. On paper, everybody sees East Liverpool, Minerva. They know Minerva's history of struggling. They've won once since 2019. Anybody here guess who that was?
East Liverpool?
Was it West?
West Branch.
Whoa!
They beat West Branch.
20, yeah. I remember that.
Wow.
September of 2019 was the last time Minerva won a game.
You know what they didn't beat?
Anyways.
Just go ahead.
So
I thought they won a game in 2020.
COVID won that
They
year.
were 0-5.
COVID year doesn't count.
So that being said, Liverpool, new coach this year, and they have to replace a ton on offense. They lose Devin Toothman, leading rusher, great baseball player.
Yep.
He's going to Bethany, I think. Is that correct?
I don't know. We don't.
So
we don't treat him fairly, I guess.
they got to replace a lot of skill players. Ludwig's there on the line.
Love him.
Monster.
Love Mason
The
Ludwig.
Toledo commit. It's going to be. This is a tricky one because Liverpool has a lot to prove tonight on the road. Minerva, great opportunity. Both teams are going to want this win because their schedules aren't easy. Liverpool's on the road 3 straight weeks before they open at home. They got to go to Salem. They got to go to Indian Creek next week. I'm going to take the Potters, but I think it's going to be close.
Low scoring?
Yeah. I first 1 to 10 wins.
I was just going to say that.
But 14-10, an answer. Minerva gave up 50 points a game last year. But this Liverpool offense is going to be looking for answers. So take the Potters, low scoring, close game.
Potters over Minerva 24-20, says Radar. Mardell says, my buddy is coaching in East Liverpool, so I got to support him. Okay.
Nice. Yeah. I'm going with East Liverpool. Still, I think they have what it takes to get it done. I am curious, though. This is the one out of the whole list where I would not be surprised if I'm wrong.
Okay, so you're not feeling confident.
No.
Okay.
Not right now.
All right.
He's Liverpool.
I'm going Potters as well. Potters picked us. I'm picking the Potters. I'm looking at you, Minerva. Let's go to Anthony Romo.
I'll take the Potters.
Ack?
Potters.
Everybody's so excited about this pick right now. James.
Yeah, I mean, I'm following suit here. East Liverpool. Minerva they haven't been good historically.
Potters, Jamie.
Yeah, it just
What did I say?
they just aren't good.
Said
They're
Bulldogs.
I said Bulldogs?
No.
Oh, I was going to say.
We know you never say that. We know. I mean, we'll find out very quickly today that you won't say Bulldogs.
Yeah, very true.
Janaki.
I'll take the Potters.
All right. Clean sweep. Even Radar in on the Potters. I like it. It's got to make the Potters happy. All right, let's go next game. Let's go Girard and Streetsboro. Okay. This is going to be interesting because neither one of these teams are the same team. Oh, not the same team you saw last year. But I think these are two teams that are both looking to get really, really good this year and could sneak up on some people because there's people looking in the stand saying, oh, you remember when they weren't that good? You remember? I'm not going to say that this is Pat Pearson's best bunch because Mark Wade might have something to say about that, but they're not far away. And this might be the one team in the NE8. Richie, I think you and I talked about it. This might be the one team in the NE8 that shakes things up a little bit for South Range. I'm going to go with the Indians.
I know we talked about Girard shaking things up, but I saw Streetsboro 2 years ago. Very big up front, very physical. I'm going to have to go with Streetsboro here.
You're dirty.
Rockets.
You're dirty. Don't go to Girard. Don't catch Richie and Girard.
I'm going Girard. Definitely think that they have what it takes to pull off this victory.
We got a bunch of teamers this year. A bunch of company men. I like it. I like it. Let's go,
I
see.
hope they prove me wrong, but they're just bigger.
Streetsboro.
Well, that goes that. So much for that notion. Romo.
I was really close to picking Girard, but I just can't. I got to go Streetsboro. You look back to last year. Now, I know these are two different teams, but Streetsboro came into Girard last year and almost hung 100 up on them. So Girard's going to be coming with a vengeance, but they're going to have to travel a little ways to Streetsboro. I'm going to go with the Rockets.
Ack.
This one was tough for me because I looked at it, and Girard actually led that game last year against Streetsboro for a while. And then all of a sudden, when the wheels fell off, they did.
Yeah, I remember that now that you say that.
Now they got to go up to Streetsboro. This one was tough for me. With my heart, I'm riding with Girard, but my brain's saying Streetsboro.
What's your pick say?
Streetsboro. I went with my brain on this one. It's old, but it's still
Company man.
Sometimes.
Damn company men. Let's go, James.
Yeah, it took me 55 minutes to get up to Streetsboro today. I had to go up there for lunch, and it holds a special place in my heart. It's where I was all last year. I couldn't be on this beautiful show with you guys because I was in Streetsboro, so I'm gonna stick with the Rockets here.
You go to Sonic?
No, I went to the Wild Eagle Saloon. That Sonic is not good anymore up there. I'm sorry to say it.
It's the closest Sonic I know. That's the reason why I said.
Radar says that Streetsboro has a big physical line. They'll beat Girard 51-14. Yikes, Radar. No, don't show your face in Girard anytime soon. CJ Schroed says follow Girard always all season?
All last season.
All last season. Okay, got it. They have a good group returning. Not sure if they'll be able to beat Streetsboro, but they'll be good this year. Okay, I like it. Come on, CJ. Gosh. But thanks for the translation, Romo. You and translators are getting along lately, and I like it. I like it a lot.
Me and Alex Arouse for the Scrappers.
Chinaki, who do you have?
I'm going to have to go Streetsboro here.
I just went on a tangent about company men, and you guys all just crap down the leg.
Streetsboro is just so big up front.
Why don't we just go sign Streetsboro?
All right, Richie, you're in charge of that.
We've already been there.
We'll send Jamie on it. He can go to the
get some more lunch.
Jamie,
the hot red cafe or whatever it was.
That would have been perfect last year. I just left work, went down the street like 10, 15 minutes. Oh,
perfect. Beautiful. Grab us some Sonic, bring it back.
No, I'm not bringing you guys Sonic because it's not good anymore. I wouldn't do that to you, DJ.
You can't be the judge of my taste buds, man. Sonic is always good.
Okay. All right, fine.
And it's not a sponsor.
Yeah, as a reminder, thank you all our sponsors.
Which are equally as good as Sonic.
The company man,
if not
here,
better.
Company
delicious.
Let's get. I was clicking around. I didn't know where to go on that. Let's go Grand Valley at Jefferson. Pat and the 440 and Goal guys have it. Again, if you got a chance to watch the game last night, the Edgewood Conneaut game, you got a glimpse of the 440 and Goal guys. Just a bucket of fun in their booth, and I think this one's going to be just as good. I'm going to go with Jefferson. I heard an interesting stat that their quarterback had 1,000 year last year, and Jefferson's quarterback, and that is 7 games in the NE8. So I like him. Couldn't tell you his name at the moment. Had it written down. Don't know where I put the paper, but I like him a lot. So we're going to go flying with the Falcons.
Yeah, I was hoping you weren't saying Grand Valley because they scored like 7 points a game last year. And they were a game away from being winless. So I'm going to take Jefferson.
And in breaking news, Grand Valley just signed with YSN, by the way. Legit news.
Way to go, Richard.
Legit news.
Hey, show truth.
I will also go with the Birds. We're going to go Jefferson for sure.
All right.
Jefferson.
Had a boy. See, we're back on track here, boys. Let's go, Romo.
The Jefferson QB you're talking about, Grant Hitchcock.
Yes!
Jamie, I've known about him for a couple years. We saw him. Jefferson almost took down Hubbard a few years ago, back in 2020. It was a 2-point conversion, right? They went for the win. They didn't get it.
I believe they blocked a punt and they had the ball in the red zone. And they just couldn't score.
They couldn't score. It was something. They almost took down Hubbard, and Hitchcock was flourishing then, and now this will be 2 more years under his belt here, so I'm going to go with Jefferson here.
All right, Ack.
I'm going to be the company man here. They're both in, but I'm going Jefferson.
Way to set yourself up there. Just teed it right up. Teed it high and just let it drive. Janaki.
I'll ride with the Falcons.
All right. Thompson?
I mean, Romo stole the words right out of my mouth there, right? We've been on Jefferson for the last few years here. I feel like anytime I can pick the Falcons, I really am trying to because that's how much I like Grant Hitchcock. Give me Jefferson.
Dude's like a preseason they at over 440 and goal. They did like a preseason county team, and Hitchcock's QB1. So I like him a lot this year. I've liked him a lot in previous years. He's been very, very good. and I expect them to do it again this year.
They had a hot start last year, correct?
They did, and cut everybody off guard.
Right.
Everybody off guard. And I still think Jefferson's going to be a team much like Girard. I know it's not going to be both of them, so I don't want to speak out of both sides of my mouth. One of those teams is going to be like an impact team in the NEA. I really do believe it. And just because it's Jefferson's last year, it could end up being that. Because what do they got to lose? You know, running some of those crazy plays with a guy that can run for 1,000 and throw for 1,000.
You're the quarterback, said it yesterday on primetime.
That's it. All right, next game we have Henderson Foothill, at Austin Town. Fitch, Romo, I think you know a thing or two about this game.
Yeah, two teams that have a lot of athletes on the field. They're both going to show up. Henderson, for anyone that does know about them, they come out of a suburb of Las Vegas. Took a plane ride over here a few days ago. Actually, I was talking to their head coach, Vernon Brown, on the phone. Great guy, too. Class act. Foothill, they have a few skill guys. Tanilia Thomas, you'll see him out on the edge, has 3 Division I offers. Nathan Anderson, who will be big in the secondary, 2 Division I offers, Washington State, UNLV. And then the guy that really stuck out to me for Foothill, they have a lineman by the name of Lawrence Houston. Okay, so I'm looking up and down the roster when he sends it to me. 6'7", 390 pounds. Unit.
I just want to catch Richie laughing about this. He's just giggling like a little boy.
Unit.
I wish we had the picture of him.
I wish we could throw the picture up of Lawrence Houston. a man amongst boys. He holds offers from UNLV, Arizona State, and Fresno State, among others. But then you look at Fitch. I mean, this is a team that we know how good they are. They lose their all-time leading passer in Devin Sherwood, one of the best wideouts in school history, in Tyler Evans. But they bring back guys like Cam Smith, an Iowa State commit. They have a plethora of guys with Division I offers. Brian Robinson blew up over the summer. This is a guy that I think going into the summer, I don't know how many offers he had, but he now holds 31 Division I offers, including the likes of Texas A&M, Michigan, Notre Dame, Georgia, among others.
Good for him.
I'm going to go with Fitch here tonight.
I agree. I'm going to go Ohio. I said it on the round table. I said it everywhere. I said it to everybody. You can't be from this area and not root for Fitch in this matchup. I don't care what colors you bleed. We're all rolling with Fitch tonight if you're from the 3-3-0. At least I think so.
And if you're looking for a big boy matchup, I mean, this is it. This is what you're looking for. Division II matchup. I think Foothill would match up as a Division I or Division II team in the state of Ohio.
You just saved your
looking
ass.
at their roster size. What?
I just said you just saved. I'm going to do this again. Don't say anything because we're going right to Richie. If you're not rolling with Austin Town Fitch, you're going against the grain in the 3-3-0. Richie, it's your pick.
Foothill.
Well, that cost us about $30,000. Thanks a lot for that one.
I think Fitch has a really good chance to win this. But
he doesn't think they have a good chance. You hear it in his voice.
That's the Canfield coming out of it.
I mean,
right
Fitch is a good team. I mean, we were talking about Brian Robinson a lot and how many D1 offers he has. He's an Under Armour All-American coming into tonight. So, I hope they win, but I just think Foothill has a really experienced roster, like Coach Parker was saying on your coach's corner. 9th best team in the state of Nevada.
You just made the list. I heard all the clicks in Austin Town.
I do.
And I'll say this, because they're coming from Nevada, they're playing an Ohio team. This isn't no Bishop Sycamore team. This is an actual Ohio high school football team. I'm picking Ohio. I'm picking Fitch on the money line since we're playing a Nevada team.
But sports betting, especially in high school, is not legal.
That's the win. It just means the win.
That was hypothetically said.
That was hypothetical.
Yeah, allegedly.
Radar says Fitch 33 and Foothills 28.
That's an interesting score to get to 33. I think he's seen a safety in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be awesome.
I think Radar's playing darts somewhere. He's just whatever the board hits. Let's go Siggy.
Fitch. Let's go Fitch. You're good if you're going that far out to grab an opponent. You're going to make headlines. See how we stack up. These Ohio teams stack up against these national teams. No reason not to take them. Falcons.
I respect that. Ack?
Great test. Yeah, you got a good team coming in here, but as you stated, I'm going to stay with the home guys.
Even the Pennsylvania guy, Richie, picks Ohio in
right.
this. My goodness.
See, look,
do you hate Ohio?
You put it on the website, and I already have Henderson as my pick, so I'm not going to change it.
You can go back. You can change it. We haven't posted anything to the website yet.
You posted it yesterday.
No, I only posted it to the top picks from yesterday.
Well, I got to stick with my pick.
It's too late.
Now you do.
Too late.
Now you do. Now that you're wrong. Janaki.
I can't go with Nevada on this one. I got to go with us and Tom Fitch.
All right. Thompson?
Are we allowed to change picks then? Because I was thinking of going Henderson.
Well, they're locked in now.
Okay.
It's 3 o'clock.
Give me foothills with passion.
You got to read the studio.
Wow. Give it to me.
Wow.
Wow.
That's just a chance to steal points. That's why I took foothills.
All right. It's week 1.
Exactly. You got to start early. That's why I had the crown a couple years ago. Starting
set
early.
the tone.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Now we go to LeBray at Lakeview. I'm just gonna guess it's LeBray across the board.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're blowing those horns, baby.
Oh!
We don't want none of that, baby. Let's go Bulldogs, rocking the Bulldog blue.
Hey, I'm with them. I took Lakeview.
Let's go.
I took
What?
them. I did.
I also
Okay.
took Lakeview.
Let's go, baby.
LeBray lost a ton.
They did lose.
They lost
They
a
did.
ton.
But you don't know what they have waiting in the wings.
I heard
Okay.
their second scrimmage, they did not look strong. That's what I heard. And why not?
All
Go with
right.
Lakeview here. Stealing some
Here's the
points.
line.
I gotta get.
Stealing some points.
I gotta get the points. I gotta get them early. I gotta get those points.
Hey, if
The
I'm
only
gonna,
reason I'm
if
taking
gonna blow
Lakeview.
one, I want to blow it early.
That's right. That's right.
So
Only reason I'm taking Lakeview here is because the man at the helm, Sam Bellino. I will ride and die for Coach Sam Bellino.
Respect for that. Respect.
Go LeBray.
Malone says go LeBray.
Typical Richie. This guy.
Janaki, are you on the Braves train or what?
I'm on the brace train.
All right. We'll ride. So 2 guys? Romo
Great.
I'm taking LeBray.
and Ack. Okay. So 3 guys. Radar says LeBray over Lakeview, 27-14. Mardell says LeBray.
Right on, Mardell.
All right. So let's go the next one to Liberty at Western Reserve. And guys, this one, Richie, as you call it, I think is going to be a lot closer than many people are going to look at. Now, obviously, a loss of DC Farrell, who's now playing at Ursuline.
Yep.
But a Western Reserve team that lost a lot as well. Talk
Yeah.
to me about that.
Yeah, they lost David Altier, their halfback, who had over 1,000 yards last year, 1,702 to be exact. So both guys lose their impact players, but Coach and John Armini now at the helm of Western Reserve, who was really good at LeBray in his 9-year stint. He won 63 games, had 5 playoff appearances, and he comes to a Western Reserve program who also does return a lot when it comes to their defense, who returned 6 starters from a year ago, and their defensive linebackers who are really aggressive and had a combined 185 tackles last year. So I'm going to take Western Reserve in a defensive battle tonight.
I'm going to go with Western Reserve because John Armini's my guy. Like, he is a ride or die, like one of those guys that, hell, I didn't play for him, and I want to run through a wall for the guy. He's been through a lot of adversity, lands in Western Reserve, which I think is a good fit for him, and he likes his team out there, and he's never stirred me wrong before. So I'm going to go with Western Reserve here. Malone.
I think. Well, I mean, for me, I'm picking Liberty. I like what I saw at the end of last year. It really felt like they turned a corner, and I think that just going to build on that. What experience for the team that they have today. So I'm going Liberty.
Are you going Liberty or are you going Liberty?
Didn't I say? Well, I came close to saying it that many times within that one paragraph.
I mean, he does
I
make
saw
a
what
good
you were
point,
doing there.
because like Liberty was within 7 points of both LeBray and Garfield, who were combined 19-1 last year. So they were 2 downs away from getting into the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
when you think about it.
That's incredible. Incredible. Siggy.
Reserve.
All right. Let's go, Roma.
I'm taking Western Reserve.
Ack.
Liberty.
Wow. Okay. Janaki.
My dad's good friends with the superintendent at Liberty, and he said Liberty looked pretty good in a couple scrimmages they played. So give me the Leopards.
I like this, guys. We're splitting it down the
There we
middle
go.
this year. James.
I mean, you talked about how Liberty lost DC Farrell, but another one of those Ursuline studs, I believe, Will Burney, he was also at Liberty in years prior. This school has lost more talent in the last 10 years than possibly any other program in the area has ever had on their team. I mean, it's insane. I feel bad for them, and I think they're going to be good again this year. They know how to fight, but Western Reserve.
Another swerve. James. Welcome back. Welcome home, my friend. The ultimate swerve specialist, the Hubbard boys. And then, of course, Siggy over there. He became a swerve specialist earlier today, picking Lowellville on the red couch. We're going to take a break. We come back. Plenty more games to pick from. We want to hear from you. What games are you looking forward to tonight? Which games are you going out to? Which games are you going to watch here on YSN? One way or the other, you got to consume them because there's a lot of good talent here on the network. Back after this in 2 minutes.
It's a new year at Acura of Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi with huge savings on over 350 fully inspected vehicles. We have cars, trucks, SUVs, minivans, and work vehicles. We don't have it, our team will find it. We aim for 100% credit approval with payments as low as $99 per month. And as always, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. For a great vehicle and a great experience, come see why everyone is stopping by at Acura Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting, where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education, and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
You know, being able to have success on the football field and the basketball court and just every aspect of, my sports career is now documented. One of the greatest things about high school sports is to be able to talk about it for the rest of your life and to look back on the days with my buddies whenever we would have some battles, whether it was with, our rival or just another game. And I could go back and look at it and, not only myself, but my family members, my teammates, and it's something that will last a lifetime. My name is Parker Sherry, and my sports network is your sports network.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Notice we'll have scattered showers on Thursday.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
And welcome back to the YSN Power Hour Super Show. Each and every Friday, we will give picks of those who join the show. And then right after, we will administer those picks on ysnlive.com. And you can absolutely tell us who done right and who done wrong. A lot of our personalities are joining in, and they can't be here during this time slot from 3 to 4. So make sure you head over to our website right after about 4:10 or so. We'll have it uploaded for you, and you can see all the picks from all your favorite YSN personalities. All right, the next game. All right, boys. This is where the rubber meets the road, okay? Malvern and East Palestine going head-to-head. The Bulldogs with a new leader, Michael Dempster. Bulldogs in the last 3 years have gone 1-29. They're looking to flip the switch this year. I've heard good things. I've heard they've got 28 kids. I've heard that there's all kinds of technology. Michael Dempster's told us this is a push. This is a good team in Malvern, though, and they're coming to Bulldog country. Let's start with Jamie Thompson.
Oh, yes. You see, I know why you went to commercial break here, DJ, because you were passing out Pizza Joe's pizzas to all these guys on the couch saying, hey, will you please pick East Palestine? I didn't get one of those pizzas, so I have to go Malvern.
I was passing out these body armors. That's all.
That's
R.I.P. Mamba. Priscilla McKinley says East Palestine. Kristen Seidler says East Palestine. What does Michael Janaki say?
Unfortunately, DJ, you're a great guy, but I'm going to have to go with Malvern on this one.
No swerve there.
Anytime you're ever in a situation where somebody starts it out with, unfortunately, you're a great guy, it's not going to go well. Like, that's like asking for a prom date. Like, DJ, you're a great guy, but I really want to go with this guy.
The Malvern quarterback.
Yeah, I'm taking the Malvern quarterback. Mike Ackelson.
I would love to see East Palestine get off to a great start this season. But unfortunately, Deej, it's going to be their 30th loss. Malvern.
Hey.
I'm taking Malvern, too.
Well, at least you cut straight to it, bro.
Right there.
Yeah, it was there. I was dead. There was a bullet. I'm good. I'm good. Janaki's holding my hand and just slice it. Siggy? No, I'm going last. I gotta set this up.
Malvern.
No, I think you are correct. It is. They are going to turn the corner this year, but not tonight.
That I knew that was coming.
It's going to be Malvern tonight. But I genuinely, I know we're having fun here. Genuinely, this will be the year that things will change as they gain experience with the new coach.
All right.
More than pizza to sway my vote. Malvern.
You're out.
Beans or chili? You bring the beans and chili.
Beans and chili. He's good. Listen, I'm taking East Palestine. I'm taking them. I promised myself I wouldn't do this year. Radar's taken. Palestine. Get on the boat, Radar. Get on the boat. Here's why. Yes, Malvern is good. This is the only time I think East Palestine will be able to sneak up on an opponent. If it happens, and I believe in my East Palestine brown and white heart that it happens.
He gets heart checked.
I believe in the Bulldogs. They're flipping the switch tonight. They're all believing. Owen Yuriauchi, second-year quarterback. He's done a lot of growing over the summer. You've seen a lot of stuff on social media. They're excited. They're hyped. So I'm saying go Bulldogs. I'm going with them. They believe in us, and we believe in them. Again, Malvern, looking at you. All right, let's go to the next game, which is McDonald at Southern. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Southern, one of the newest teams here at Your Sports Network, making their debut tonight from the Wigwam against the Blue Devils of McDonald. What are you laughing at?
What'd you call it?
The Wigwam.
Is that the stadium thing?
Yeah, right. Isn't that called the Wigwam?
I'd call it the reservation.
I think they call it the Wigwam.
Either way.
Maybe I just
I would
made
think
that
the
up.
Wigwam's the gym.
Okay, there it goes. I just had that whole thing, and it completely burned it down. All right, so I'm going to Southern tonight. Anthony Malone, we've decided, is going to Southern with me, and now
There you go.
I'm going to say McDonald pulls the upset.
I'm going, yeah.
I'm going to go with McDonald.
Really?
I'm going McDonald.
Okay, well, I'm going Southern. So.
Okay, so at least we got that. So I'll homer for McDonald, you homer for Southern,
Easy
and we'll
enough.
split it right down the middle.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
looking forward to it.
Ricardo?
Southern.
Okay.
Southern, Rich Wright, wing T, 20 starters return. 10 on each side of the ball. Well, they'll probably play the same kids, but they're loaded this year. There's a team that a lot of people weren't talking about. So Southern.
You know more than I do right now. I'm going to be excited to see that. Anthony Romo.
I'm going Southern.
Michael Ackelson.
Indians on the warpath.
Wigwam or reservation?
Wigwam.
See it? I bet you. I'm going to ask about it tonight. Janaki.
I'm going to take Southern.
Thompson?
Yeah, my insider information from McDonald's says that they're still a few years away from getting back to full-strength Blue Devils. Southern, like Sig said, returns a lot. I'll go with Southern local in the Wigwam.
Who did I take in the
You
picks?
took McDonald.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I couldn't remember, to be honest with you. So I think I took Southern.
As you rightfully should.
Where in the world is this game at? Just go on to the next one. I'll find it.
All right, we're on to the next one. On to the next one. Radar says, DJ, I realize you're calling that game. Give the edge to Southern local, 34-17. Okay. Mardell says Southern as well. All right, we already did that one. We're rolling right down these. Monroe
Yeah,
sent.
you took Southern.
I took Southern, so I'm flipping my thing. I'm going Southern. Monroe Central at Edison. Noah Doty has the call. I'm sorry, we missed one. Mineral Ridge at Pymatuning Valley. Jake Silak has the call. Ridge versus Pie Valley. Let's start with Jamie.
I'm going with Pie Valley here. They were good last year. Feels like they're going to be able to retool, reload. I'll go with the Lakers.
Who do I take?
And there's a million games.
That's what we do here, Ridge.
I'm trying.
I forget who I took.
You took Ridge.
All right, I'll take Ridge. Let's go Janaki.
Give me the Rams here.
Okay. Mike?
Pie Valley.
Romo?
I'll take Pymatuning Valley as well.
Ricardo?
Pie Valley.
Going Ridge.
Pie Valley. It was ground and pound last year. We saw them up at Wyndham. And some big boys.
Big boys.
Pie Valley.
Big boys. All right. So on to the next one is Monroe Central and Edison.
Everybody took Edison.
Clean sweep. Is anybody not going to take Edison here? Forever hold your peace. All right, Edison. It is straight across the board. I honestly just don't believe people know about Monroe Central. They were just like, okay, this is who it is. Edison. St. Thomas Aquinas. It's Struthers. Ian O'Brien. Eric Hughes splitting the duties.
Everybody took Struthers.
Struthers. I don't blame him. St. A's is
except for Kristen.
Kristen says okay.
St. Thomas, only one.
Then what are they? The Knights?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Radar says Edison over Monroe Central. No score though. Max Prep says Edison beat Monroe 42-8 last night.
Nice. Another win for me.
Not
we
good.
all gotta win.
Not good. If we might want to check on that before we send somebody all the way down to.
Send them.
No, it's Edison.
They can either go there or Springfield out in Akron.
Yeah, it does say they won 42-8.
We better check on that. I blame Quinn. Let's go to the next game. Well, at least we won. Louisville versus Steubenville at Steubenville. This one, ladies and gents, could get very interesting. I think we all know what Steubenville's like this time of year, especially week one. It's like a college campus. Who are you going with, Rich?
Steubenville.
Hit the Darth Vader music again. You're a
I don't want
jerk.
to get copyrighted.
You going?
Unfortunately, I am also going Steubenville, one of the top week
Hate
one
you guys.
teams in the entire state.
I hate all you guys.
To be the man, you got to beat the man.
Woo!
Big Red, they're hard to beat at home. We were there last year.
That's because they all they ever do is play at home.
It's a whole nother world down there, and I'm going with Steubenville.
I'm going with Louisville. I don't think that's any surprise to anybody on this show. If you've ever watched this show before, the Leps are showing up and they are showing out, and that horse is going to shut its mouth tonight. It's going to be all Leps. Romo.
Steubenville.
I knew it was coming.
Big Red.
Yep. Janaki.
I'll take the Big Red as well.
Yep, sure you will. Thompson.
Is Reno still coaching? Do we know if he's still the head coach?
This is like win number 1,000 or something for him. It's ridiculous.
995 came at home.
Yeah.
You go ahead and mark me down for Reno and the Big Red then.
It is impressive down there. I mean, you have to admit that.
Oh,
That
absolutely.
was the first time you were there last year. It's like a college game.
I've got nothing against Steubenville. Nothing.
Hey, when they come up this way, though, they got to avoid the blue and white or they get to smack it down late on them. So,
yeah, okay.
hey, back in 2018, it happened. Back in 2018. Maybe not this year. Back in the day, all right? Us old guys when we used to play.
Oh, old guys?
Yeah. I get to stretch
How old are you
before I
now?
do anything. I stretch before I do anything, DJ. I'm 21. I got a bad hammy and a bad quad.
I'm sure. I bet it'll be a good atmosphere down there because Louisville will travel, and those people will probably be interested to see that down there too. So,
Jamie,
that should be a great game.
I've got T-shirts older than you, Kat. Like no lie. My wife will attest to it. And they're stretched out too, by the way. Let's go to the next game. It's Valley Christian at Camel Memorial. Alec and Matt have the coverage. And for this one, everybody has to do their best Andy Hake impression.
Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded America. Patriots. Go. I'm going Valley Christian.
Valley Christian.
Yeah, give me Valley Christian. Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah.
Okay, Malone's all right. We almost had to put him on IR for the game tonight.
Man just showed up beside me.
yeah.
Jiggets.
You Valley.
Valley Christian. John Caberna says VC 54-17. That game didn't happen, did it?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Hey,
We really got to check on it. You don't think it happened?
No.
Okay. That's scary. 'Cause-
Joe Idol would be updated, and he doesn't.
Okay. All right. Let's go to what are we gonna start? Let's go to Romo. Let's just keep on keeping on.
I'll go with Valley here tonight.
Okay. Ack.
Brother. It is BC all the way. Fly, Eagles, fly. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, I forget what he calls it. Like when he sends like his sign off, like he'll send me a text, it'll send a sign off. It's hilarious. Like he's the war eagle, brother. War eagle, brother. Janaki.
Valley. Coach Hake always brings the enthusiasm, so fly Valley Christian.
Fly, Eagles, fly. All right, Thompson.
I mean, Mikey said it right there. The Coach Hake you guys are giving is here. When it comes game time, it's going to be like through the roof. The intensity is insane. I'm rocking with Valley Christian.
I love this team. I love the personality of this team. I'm a huge Andy Hake guy. Again, people will sit there and go, listen, the guy paid his dues. He did his service. He made a mistake. He'll own it. Anytime you ask him, I love the guy. Valley Christian could be a special year for them. They've got a left-handed quarterback.
Oof.
There's only a few of them that you can think of. Jackson Johnson being one of them. But he like a left-handed quarterback, and he can sling it, boys. And they got some big boys. For instance, we were at their 7-on-7, and one of the coaches came over and asked who that guy was and where they found him and how many kids he had. When they're asking questions like that, you've got a man on your team. It's going to be a decent year for them. So I'm excited for it. They still got Sean Gurley, so it's going to be a big year for Valley, I do believe. So was that a sweep? Sweep for Valley Christian?
Yep.
Good for them. All right, on to Warren JFK at Champion. Larry Scragg, Alec Hancock's have the coverage of this one at Champion. Jamie, who you have?
I mean, I just got to go with JFK here based on just precedent, right? These guys are so good year in, year out. Why would I expect this year to be any different?
All right. Mikey Janaki.
Oh, Warren JFK. I think it's not even close.
Mikey Ackelson.
Well, is this the year that Champion finally gets over on JFK? They've talked about it. It's coming. No, it's not. It's JFK all the way.
Swerve. All right, Romo.
I'm going to take JFK as well. Caleb Hadley coming back at quarterback. He's one of the best in the area.
Did JFK lose too much? This is the question in the back of my mind. Eddie Kiernan, the lineman, outstanding tackler on defense, just a stud all around. You got the Iceman, who's now in the Army. They lost a lot. They're back. Brown in the backfield. Antoine Brown in the backfield. I don't know, but I don't know much more about Champion. I'm going to go with JFK just because it feels right. Rich.
JFK.
All that talking, and that's well done.
Man, a few words.
Said it all.
Dynamite drop in, Monty.
I'm going Warren JFK. Even with everything that has been lost, a lot of these underclassmen got to watch some of the better athletes in the area.
That's true.
On just Warren JFK's team, so they get an opportunity.
It's true.
JFK. It's a tough game to start with for Champion. JFK.
All right. From around the horn, Radar says give the edge to Warren JFK, and that we will. All right. On to Wyndham at Lisbon. Rick Daly will have the call for us at YSN. Lisbon opening up their brand new field, which is beautiful. Another watermelon shaded field. For those of you who don't know, it's the light green, dark green, light green, dark green. Personally, still think they should have went with the Smurf turf, but I digress. I'm going to go
state style.
Yeah. Well, there's one over there. See that picture? When JFK, that was
Ravenna.
Ravenna. Yeah. messes with your eyes like the worst way, but it's still unique. I'm going to go, even though I always hope that a team can win on their opening day at the new stadium, new field. I'm going to go with Wyndham here. They are Chase I think, is back again as well. So I'm going to take them. I'm going to take Wyndham, the Bombers.
I'll take the Bombers.
Alone?
Yeah, I'm going Wyndham.
Lisbon, they got 36 kids on the team this year. That's good
proud.
numbers for Lisbon. New stadium. It seems like Wyndham had 3 kids named I on their team last year when we went up there. They're good athletes. If he's back, take the Bombers.
All right. 4 for the Bombers. Romo?
Make it 5.
Table for 5, please. Should we add 1?
6-pack.
How about a 7?
Yeah, put a 7 on that one.
Stairway to 7. 8 is great.
I mean, might as well make it 8, baby.
All right. 8 straight across. And Radar makes it. Lisbon will open their new field service with a loss, give the advantage to Wyndham. And another Wyndham. Radar has pulled no punches today, by the way. 0 punches has that man pulled. All right, we are on to our final game tonight. Ty Bartell will make the short jaunt over to Waterloo.
We got one.
Did I miss one?
Ty Bartell is the only guy that picked Waterloo.
Ty Bartell is flying with the Lou. Does anybody want to change their pick? All right. Everybody's believing in United. Everybody's throwing up the U. Not bad, boys. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Across the board, 107 as I see it. So an hour and 7 minutes. We got the picks. We'll put it on the website here shortly. You know what time it is, though? It is time for the Joe Dickey Electric What's Your Spark? We can't get rid of this one. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It's the Joe Dickey Electric Spark. Anything commercial, residential, anything electrical, you need to go over to DickeyElectric.com and get yourself taken care of today. Do not do it yourself. We talked about it, Richie. That's one thing you don't want to do. Second thing you don't want to do is stick a fork into an electric socket. Don't do that. Maybe prioritize that a little bit. If you've got professional jobs, use professional people, and that is Joe Dickey Electric. Let's go with Jamie Thompson. It's been a minute, my friend. You still got a spark in you?
Oh, of course I do. First, sticking a fork into that socket. That was one buddy from graduated from Brookfield. He felt like that after the game last night. Zach Hosick. Feel bad for him. It was a tough game. But Spark, I'm super excited to be back here with you guys on the Power Hour. Of course, I had to take off last year working that internship. It's great to be back. The atmosphere here is electric, just like it's going to be electric at the beautiful Hubbard Memorial Stadium tonight as they host the Youngstown East Golden Bears, looking for revenge on 2018, rocking with the Eagles. I just can't wait to get back in the booth. I love football. It's the best part of the year. Super pumped.
And where can you find that game, James?
Oh, only on ysnlive.com.
You got it. All right, Janaki, you're up. What's your spark?
My spark, high school football season's back in the Valley. Doesn't get any better than that. Excited to call the West Branch Canfield game tonight and just looking forward to a great season.
And the word on the street is you are flying solo tonight. Is that true?
I did not know that.
Well, breaking news.
All right.
Chuck is doing the PA announcing. We found out last night. So we'll talk after, but keep rocking in the free world. Mike Ackelson, what's your spark?
Omaha, baby. Omaha. Yes, it's audible call time. We got 23 games. We will be everywhere tonight. We will be floating in and out, but you guys, we get to listen to you guys make the call, and that's what makes the show even better. So that's the spark, and I'm glad that I was able to join you guys today on the picks.
You're a legend. And word on the street, not that I don't think I hope it's not breaking news now. We talked about it last night. You're hosting this thing next week.
Yes.
See,
I
never know.
In the studio next week.
Yeah, I have a 5:00 game, so you guys can do it up right. I'll give you all my picks. I'll probably not remember who I picked, but we'll just roll with it. And Mike Ackelson will host it, so you get a professional for once hosting this bad boy. A-Row, what do you got?
Spark's pretty simple. 23 games on the network tonight. First week of high school football doesn't get any better than this.
That was simple. Richie?
Yeah. I guess my spark would be the facility that Asheville St. John gets to play at. If you haven't been at the Spire facility, and I know Jamie and Romo have because they were in the same suite that Kyle Wills and myself were last night, but that is just an immaculate facility they have up there in Geneva, Ohio. I know the Cavaliers used to practice there in the off season. They've got a plethora of basketball courts. They got a full soccer field. They've got an academy behind the football field that's wedged in between all of that. And then the housing as well. They bring like international students that come across the globe to go to Spire Academy. So if you're St. John, you couldn't have picked a better place to play your football games.
Incredible. And
I think my spark, it's got to be being back here on the Power Hour and back here at YSN. I've been gone since last football season. It's an honor to be back. Glad it's week 1 of high school football. And, glad to be here.
Ditto. Excited to be back. Get to make the drive to God's country out to Minerva tonight. It's going to be exciting. I want to give one positive spark out there to my brother.
Yep.
He's got it for Beaver Local Athletic Director named earlier this summer. And first event tonight away at Indian Valley. I know he's pretty excited about it. So good luck to him and congratulations to him.
He's geeked. You know what I'm geeked about? This weather. I mean, how bad has it been week 1 in the past where it's a monsoon or something like that, and we're losing people left and right, losing equipment left and right. Ladies and gentlemen, 83 degrees as it sits right now. It's going to be about 80 degrees at game time at 7 o'clock when we kick off. Make sure, listen, we love that you're watching YSN. We absolutely love it. But get out to these ball games, especially if you're one of those, I don't want to say fair weather fans, but those who only go when it's nice out, because you never know what it's going to be like next week. It's beautiful tonight. Get out there, turn YSN on at the stadium, and watch somebody else's game. Enjoy the audible call where you don't have to even flip it. Mikey will take you all around the 23 games and even the one that you're at tonight. So enjoy the night, enjoy the evening. It's always a beautiful time here on YSN. Grateful for all of you. Make sure you tune in. Mikey will have everything started just a smidge before 7, right, Mike?
About 6:50, we'll be hitting the airwaves.
All right, 6:50. You'll get you set up. And, of course, you can go to ysnlive.com/live for any of – you idiots. They're clanking glasses back there. For any of your games that you want to see, including the one I think most people are going to be attracted to tonight, which is going to be that Fitch game. People from Las Vegas are going to be all over it. So, Romo, enjoy it. Enjoy being able to kick back a little bit and let everybody do the production for you. And we'll all be grinding, trying to push the camera around, making sure people can see. So that's going to do it for us.
I guess I can quickly spark the camera crew at Fitch. I don't even have to move anything tonight. Riding solo, Steve, unable to make it tonight. He has bigger things to worry about.
Yep.
Real job. We get paid, but we do this for fun. This is high school football. This is a hobby for a lot of us. Steve, wish you could be here, but I understand stuff like that comes first. But one more spark to the Fitch camera crew. Now I'll let you take it away, DJ.
That's it. That's going to do it for our show. Make sure, again, you tune in ysnlive.com/live for everything you need to know tonight. All the games kick off at 7. We'll see you next time. Have a great weekend, and we will see you on Monday on the YSN Power Hour. Peace. YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of Your Sports